What is IR35? IR35 can be a bit of a tricky topic, mainly because HMRC change their minds about it every few years. So let's try and break it down for you. IR35 came about as a way for HMRC to crack down on potential tax avoidance within the contracting sector. Essentially, it is here to stop freelancers or contractors from working as disguised employees. You may be considered a disguised employee if you are not contracted to the company or being paid through PAYE, but you find yourself working under the following conditions. You have set working hours or a holiday allowance, you cannot send in a replacement if you are ill, you are paid at regular intervals just like normal employees. Currently, if the IR35 rules apply to you and you are classed as being inside IR35, then your client, and by that we mean the business you work for, should deduct income tax and national insurance contributions for you as a contractor, just as they would for normal employees. If your client is a public authority or a private company, then it is their responsibility to check whether your contract is within IR35. But now, I bet you're wondering what we mean by that. So let us break that down for you. It will be your client's responsibility to check if your contract is within IR35 if they have an annual turnover of more than £10.2 million, have a balance sheet total of more than £5.1 million, or employ more than 50 people. So basically, a big business. Now, we know that you won't have access to their balance sheet, but how many people they employ is a good indicator of whether it is your responsibility or your client's to determine your IR35 status. If your client is a small business, however, then the responsibility will fall onto your shoulders. To help yourself steer clear of IR35, there are some steps you can take to help to prove that you are not operating as a disguised employee for tax benefits. Think about who is calling the shots. As a freelancer or contractor, you should be there solely to complete the work that has been outlined in the contract. If the client feels like they can move you from task to task or give you strict instructions about how you should be doing the work, then it may imply that they are employing you rather than contracting you. This is why you should make all your work strictly contractual. For your contract to be considered outside of IR35, you need to be sticking to it. For example, if your client would like to add extra tasks or more work onto the job you have been hired for, then you must draw up a new contract for this work or amend the existing contract to reflect this. It may sound obvious, but don't act like an employee. Don't feel the need to ask for time off, just let your client know that you won't be available at that time. Make sure you are not listed in the client's organization, refuse a client email for their business, and use your own business card. A final tip is to ensure that there is no exclusivity clause. These are common in employment contracts, but are not often a part of client and contractor relationships. When you are freelancing or contracting, you have the freedom to work for anyone and for as many clients as you like at the same time. If your contract directly stops you from working with other clients, then it may be a huge red flag to HMRC. We hope we haven't scared you off the idea of contracting. The chances of your IR35 status being investigated aren't the highest, but it is always better to be safe than sorry. We hope this video helped clear up some confusion around IR35, but if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments.